So that was an epic fail. The president's coming in today. There's a debate. Did you guys know that there's a presidential debate today?
There's a presidential election this year?
There's a presidential election.
Anyway.
Let me know, do you feel me too?
Today we're visiting Nashville, Tennessee.
Let it show, babe, I'm into you. Good morning. We are still at the Harvest House, Rabbit Ridge Farms. Daddy over here doing dishes because he's in trouble. He was working on the video and he decided to turn on the generator. He forgot that he had switched over our power to our solar. We were pretty much draining our solar the whole time while running our generator and burning our propane.
I'm John, and this is Danielle, and this is our home, Tater Boat. We've been bartending around the country in search of adventure for over a year now, and recently have found ourselves hauling around some very precious cargo. Meet Abraham. So subscribe and follow along to watch it all go down as we move around from town to town. Good morning, everybody. Let's turn this off real quick. Let's get a little better audio action for the ones at home. That's better. We just spent 2 days in this Harvest Host Calaboose Cellars out in Andrews, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Pretty cool little spot, right in the Smokies, near a lot of whitewater rafting.
So we got about a 5-hour drive to Hohenwald, Tennessee.
Hohenwald.
Which is where we're gonna be for the next 4 nights at another 1,000 trails. We gotta clean up. We gotta do a lot of laundry that we've accumulated over the last couple days. We gotta
fill up propane too, because where we're tucked away has been really nice. We've enjoyed it, but the only downside to being in the Smokies is that there's not a lot of sunlight. It turns out the trees and the smoke, or whatever the mist is that comes off the ponds, all of it, not enough to run everything. We're gonna hit the road here, and we'll see you in Tennessee.
Bye!
Jag minns ju den tid du gav mig life-villa, jo. Nu vill jag kunna ge tillbaka allt jag inte kunna ge förut. Det finns ju ingen annan där som kan stå här by my side, oh why. Sättet du rör på det får mig att dö för det, baby. För de här yardis, de vill ju bara dra ner oss. Men du är fett och vanlig. Och det jag lägger av min tid.
She purring, ain't she?
Alright guys, so what we're doing now is letting our caravan go on these windy mountain roads. We're much slower than even the tractor trailer. Yeah, so if you just want to avoid getting the finger during your beautiful driving experience, pull over once in a while, give them the wave. Most of them get it.
Some of them don't.
Kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än dig. Varje gång jag bak på dig, jag tänker åh vilket kap jag har gjort. Jag skulle gå tillbaks i tid, göra om allt igen och... Push.
We're at Davy Crocket State Park.
Davy Crocket State Park at the bird aviary.
Aviation.
Aviary?
Yeah, baby.
Since we were in Tennessee, it seemed only fitting that we spent a little time getting to know Davy Crocket, the king of the wild frontier. His adventures, both real and fictitious, earned him American folk hero status somewhere around the 17th century. And since then, a lot of parks have been dedicated to his legacy. As a kid, I remember spending hours hiking my local woods, pretending to be a similar figure. Explorer of the unknown and master of the untamed. But as it turns out, Davy Crocket was a master of civilized culture as well. So here we are in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, where Davy began to garnish his first bit of political attention. Here's how.
Lawrence County, Tennessee is home to Davy Crockett's budding political career. So he moved here with his second wife after his first wife died in the Indian War, and he also almost died. And so he showed up here with his family. Soon he became surrounded by bad characters, and there was no law in the land, and so they kind of set up a temporary government of their own. This is where he got his start in politics, and eventually he became Tennessee's state senator, where Davy Crocket and Andrew Jackson were one of the few who were opposed to the Indian Removal Act of 1832, which took 5 of the tribes and moved them from the southeast of America to what is now Oklahoma.
And here's Danny with one last fun fact.
The best fact about all this is you could be a Davy Crocket because he didn't even know how to read or write.
I burned out like a wandering ember. I shone bright, then my journey was over. What I sought when I ran was back where I began. No matter the rain, no matter the storm, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Leave open the gate, don't turn off the light, I'm coming home.
Day 3 in our 1,000 Trails site here in Tennessee. Yesterday we went to check out the Trail of Tears at the Davy Crocket State Park, walked out a little bit and learned a lot about him. Today we're gonna check out Nashville, Tennessee and check out the sound that's going on in that city. Definitely gonna check out some hot chicken, maybe even get a cowboy boot. Where are you going today, babe?
Nashville.
Had to stop and get some coffee because we left today before making any breakfast or having any caffeine. About an hour out.
This one? This?
Today we're visiting Nashville, Tennessee.
Is that it? So that was an epic fail.
Yeah, I had this idea to intro a city with like me flying the drone and Danny recording me flying the drone going up. And then as soon as the drone went up, it just started to fall and I got all these restrictions and the controller vibrated.
President's coming in today. There's a debate. Did you guys know that there's a presidential debate
Did you know there's
today?
a presidential election this year?
There's a presidential election. That's why we can't fly.
Hey.
We're here at 400 degrees, local hunt for hot Nashville chicken.
Is it on?
Thank you so much. Have a good day, baby. Love to see you. Maybe we back you up now.
In case you were wondering, it was delicious. And of course, mouth-watering hot. The key ingredient in Nashville hot chicken is cayenne pepper. And the 400 degree chicken here at 400 degrees has plenty of it. Trust me. Since the presidential debate was taking place later that day, parts of the city were starting to lock down. We decided it was best to head back to Tater, but not without making a little pit stop at a place called Marathon Motorworks. It used to be a car manufacturer back in the day. For 7 sweet years, from 1907 to 1914, this factory built every piece of their car in-house. Sales volume started at 400 units a year, which for a car company in that time was a decent amount. And by 1912, a whopping 10,000 Marathon automobiles had been sold. The hours John and I have spent together on the road, fixing brakes or watching others go through their own repair journeys, has developed in us a newfound curiosity and respect for the internal combustion engine, and all the tiny inventions built around it that makes the travel we do possible. Careful, babe.
Next week, we steer north for a few days as we take you to Arkansas for some Ozark action. We end up camping in a buffalo ranch. It did a lot of raining, but that only means more fun on the Jeep trip.
Stay wild.